coach, and not every coach is the same, guys. You know, there's only one Phil Jackson. Not every coach is the same. So I'm easily recognized as one of the top 3 public speaking trainers in the world, guys. And I'm not saying that to like, oh, really, for real? No, I'm telling you all, like, I happen to live in Atlanta, which is good for everybody that lives in Atlanta and they want to get good at public speaking. But I create these perfect practice scenarios, and I also address the mindset part of it, give you a lot of time to develop. And then also imagine that you've been looking for the password all your life and you just can't seem to find it. It's easy for me. I can help you in like 2-3 sessions. Now, I'll give you 12 months because you might start a business, you might get a promotion, you might have other things. You're thinking over here, I'm thinking over here. I'll give you 12 months, but you're gonna get good in like a few sessions. It's easy for me because I know what the password is. You could be staring at your iMac, pounding it. Until you know the password, it ain't easy for you. Once you put it in, someone gave you the password. It took me 3 decades to figure out the password. I show people in about 3 sessions how to get that password. So it's all about having these perfect practice scenarios, and then once you embody that and become that, then you can't turn it off. The public speaking keeps going every time that you open your mouth.
So you're talking, in these classes, you're talking about things that you're able to talk about, the things that you know, basically.
It's like you come into a doctor. You're like, okay, this is what I know. I got a heel spur, this is what I feel. That's what you got, okay? So you're talking about things you know. You're coming to a public speaking doctor. I'm gonna take you from there, talk about stuff that you know. I'm gonna stretch you to like talk about stuff you don't know. I'm gonna put you on the spot. You're coming, you know what you know about public speaking and anxiety. You're coming to an expert who knows a lot more, that knows what to look for. And I'm also gonna I'm gonna just give you a lot of things, not just talk about stuff that you know. Talk about stuff that you don't. How about if you're on a podcast? Hey, podcasters! How about if you're on a podcast and you got a riff, answer questions, everything off the tip of your tongue, off the dome. You want to have analogies, stories, observational stories, case studies, statistics to back things up. So you can come from different angles. You're not just going to be like, Johnny One Note, right? So I'm going to show you how to do impromptu speaking, but also I'm going to show you how to have prepared speeches, and I'm also going to show you how to do social skills. Social skills, what? You interrupt people. Tap them on the shoulder. What do you say? Really? At a network event. Well, how do I keep their attention? How do I don't just talk about the weather? So like, again, you're coming from what you know. I'm coming from a big blue ocean of everything that I know about this topic, because it took me 3 decades to figure it out, and I help people to create a complete overhaul. There's not one person in my class that I don't see the transformation happen. And the way I prove it is we get it on video. Every single person. There's not one person, they come into the class, that they don't become better. Not one. They all become better. Every single one of them. So just knowing that, like, I've had people share tears in the class. Because like they're coming in, like it's deeply rooted, you have no idea. Put a little faith, put a little trust. 3 decades, couldn't string 2 sentences together. Now I'm over here doing this for a living. How did I do it? Like, how did I transform myself from an introvert to an extrovert? Show you guys the password. You don't have to be an extrovert. You could be however you identify yourself. I'm saying you could turn it on at the drop of a hat anytime that you want, right? Okay, so let's talk about the details. You could practice any kind of presentation. If you got a wedding speech, if you got a sales presentation, if you got anything and you want to get my insight, you can practice all of that inside the class. Bring your laptops. We can work on a lot of different projects related to the spoken word, impromptu. Pretty much like you'll have a 5th degree black belt in public speaking and communications. That's the best way I can describe it. And it'll be everywhere that you go. And so what are the details? Every other Saturday, 1 to 5 p.m. at this location. Every other Thursday, 6 to 10 p.m. at the Mansell location. I'll give you guys all that information in an email so you can really scope it out and check it out. I want to work with people who understand that there's power in momentum. I want to work with people where they're ready to handle this once and for all. I really don't want to work with people that are just not quite ready yet, because a lot of times those people will never be ready.
Right.
That's my observation over the last 13 years. They'll never be ready. And you know what? They'll reach the end of their life with a lot of dreams in the graveyard. That's where it's going to go. Because I think 80% of our time on this earth should be spent on our assignment. What we should be doing so God gets an ROI on us. God made us a seed, but it's up to us to make it sprout and blossom. And too many of us, we get busy being busy. And we're out there doing tasks, dishes. Yeah, we got to raise our kids. We got to do stuff like that. But you know what? There's a lot of things that you got to automate, eliminate, or delegate. And a lot of it, eliminate off your to-do list. Because you know what? Your to-do list is never going to go down. It's always going to go up, 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 and up. And there's going to be new things that you deal with, new frustrations, new challenges, new skills that you get excited about. And you know what? What keeps getting put on the back burner is our assignment.
Right.
It's the one thing that because we don't, number one, we don't know how, or sometimes we try a little, and then we're just like, and then that happens year after year after year. Some of you guys, you've been having this calling for years now, years. That's how I know that this is like a one-shot opportunity. That's how I know, because like history will repeat itself.
So you come 4 times a month?
You can come up to 4 times a month. You can come for an entire 12 months. What I'm here to tell you, you're not going to need that. I'm overkilling it. I'm overclassing y'all. I'm overtraining you.
So, but the opportunities is to come 4 times a year for an entire year?
Unlimited.
Okay.
Unlimited.
So what does your, say for instance, on your Thursday nights and Saturday classes look alike? So what does that look like for 4 hours?
Yeah, it's going to be very heavy emphasis on you speaking. Sometimes I'll have you come up here and speak for 30 minutes, and you had no idea you're going to speak for 30 minutes at the beginning of that class. Mm-hmm. It's more so creating a keynote off the dome. Sometimes I'm going to throw things at you to challenge your mind, to get your impromptu skills so you can trust your instincts and answer things on the fly. Impromptu speaking, extemporaneous speaking. Sometimes I'm going to work on whatever, if it's social skills, a lot of times we look at different things that it's customized for every person that shows up. I've been doing this for 13 years. I'm a master trainer, so I'm going to create a masterful session based on who's there in the room. Nothing scripted. So if you show up on Thursday, then I know what you need, and I'm going to also ask you and get it out of you. And I'm also going to see it, because trust me, I see a lot when I see y'all speak in front of the audience, the camera, the lights. I see a lot. So I'm going to throw things that today I didn't do that. Today I was just like, let's start with a little layup drill. But I'm going to start chiseling you. I'm going to start tweaking you like a public speaking chiropractor. And so what goes on that's different between a Thursday class and a Saturday class? Every session is unique based on who shows up that day. And we're going to create exactly what those people need. And typically, now we have 50, okay, question, bring them on, guys, yeah.
So how big and how small has the classes been?
Yeah, so typically you're not going to have more than 10 people per class. They're going to be different people. We have like 52 people in the group right now. And so everybody has a long-standing membership. So because of that, you know, I don't know who's going to show up at the public speaking gym, but I can tell you that it's never been, well, okay, sometimes it's a little bit more than 10, but usually it's not. It's not more than 10. It kind of has an element of private coaching. So it has an element, but sometimes the classes can, you know, I know I counted one time. I was like, damn, a lot of the members showed up to the gym today. It was like 14 people in the room. But I've also counted where it was like 4 or 5 people in the room. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. You're gonna get, yeah, please.
Are you at every meeting?
I'm the one hosting and leading, coaching, and also getting out of the way and praying before the sessions. God, use me and get me out of the way. But yeah. So Yes, I'll be there. I'm the one doing the whole thing.
So this is the location for the Saturday meetings, and Mansell is the meeting for Thursday meeting.
Yeah, and you guys will get that in your email. So all you have to do, by the way, you're not going to get this unless you send me a text.